Honestly, I don't even think about nothing. I don't think about anything. If it's not words or anything, at this point, it can't do anything to me. I know, the God put the ability and the power within me to not even think about nobody else's comments, not care. It is what it is. I spoke with him. He said, nah, bro, that wasn't. He said, that wasn't. He told me on the plane. He came up. He was like, nah, bro, that wasn't at you. I see how they trying to spin. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm not tripping, regardless of whatever it was. Nobody's words or anything.
The lights in Cleveland have been bright lately. Cameras everywhere, reporters fighting for sound bites, and at the center of it all, the Browns' young locker room, filled with rising stars, fresh faces, and the most talked about quarterback duo in the league. Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, two names that have dominated sports talk for weeks. Every headline, every podcast, every panel segment has one burning question. Is there tension inside that Browns locker room? Is Shedeur really ready to take command? Or is Dillon Gabriel quietly building a stronger case to lead this team?
Direction.
But this week, one player decided to speak up and set the record straight. Rookie running back Quinshon Judkins didn't hold back. The young star gave fans a rare, unfiltered look inside what's really going on between Shedeur and Gabriel. And what he said might just shock everyone who's been feeding off the drama. For a rookie, Judkins has a veteran's tone. He's not the type to chase viral quotes, but when the topic of Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel came up, he leaned forward slightly and smiled. The kind of smile that says, let's clear the air. He didn't dodge the question. He didn't give the usual PR lines. Instead, he said something that instantly flipped the narrative. It's all love, man. People on the outside like to make it seem like there's beef or tension, but in here, it's just ball. Those two guys got nothing but respect for each other. And just like that, Judkins defused one of the NFL's hottest storylines. Now, for context, this wasn't just another ordinary comment, because for weeks, rumors had been spreading fast. Some insiders claimed Shedeur wasn't connecting with teammates. Others said Gabriel had the locker room's trust because of his quiet leadership. Fans online were split, half rooting for Shedeur to shine, half saying Gabriel deserved his shot. But Judkins' words hit different because they came from the heart of the locker room. He's not media trained to dance around questions. He's living it every day, and his message was clear. Competition doesn't mean conflict. He described how both quarterbacks push each other, study film together, and share advice during practice. He said, "You can see it, bro. After a good drive, they dap each other up. If one makes a mistake, the other one's the first to give feedback. That's how real leaders act." That quote alone tells you a lot about the new culture Cleveland's building.
When I wasn't in this, man.
Now, think about what Judkins is saying. Cleveland's not just rebuilding a roster, they're rebuilding an identity. For years, this franchise has been known for instability. Quarterback after quarterback, coach after coach, each promising a new era that never lasts. But now, there's something different in the air. Kevin Stefanski has created a space where players are encouraged to compete without division, where young guys like Shedeur and Gabriel can grow without being forced into fake rivalries, and where voices like Judkins can speak freely and honestly about what's going on behind closed doors. When asked about his early success and his role in the offense, Judkins didn't make it about himself. He talked about the system, about how the Browns' run game is the foundation, how when they establish that rhythm, the entire offense starts to flow. And that rhythm starts with trust between linemen, quarterbacks, and running backs. Judkins understands that dynamic better than most rookies because at Ole Miss and later at Ohio State, he played under two very different programs, one built on flash and another built on structure. In Cleveland, he's found a balance of both. He said, "This offense is dangerous when we're clicking. When the run game opens up, it's like the defense don't know where to go. That's when you see Dillon and Shedeur doing their thing, hitting receivers deep or finding me on a check down. It's all connected." It's easy to overlook how rare that kind of perspective is. Most rookies are focused on surviving the playbook or adjusting to the speed of the league. But Judkins talks like a leader. He doesn't see the game as offense versus defense. He sees it as one machine, one rhythm. And that's exactly why his words about Shedeur and Gabriel carry so much weight. Because if there really was locker room drama, a young running back like him would feel it first. He'd be right in the middle of it, in the huddle, in the film room, in the weight room. But instead, what he described was harmony, real chemistry.
He even compared it to his college days, saying, "The locker room feels like college for real. Everybody's just vibing. No egos, no weird energy. We're all locked in on one goal." That single line says more about the Browns' evolution than any analyst on ESPN ever could. And you have to remember, this is coming during a season where emotions have been running high. The media's been all over Shedeur Sanders since the day he arrived. Every rep, every throw, every interview gets dissected. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel's been painted as the safe option, the veteran college quarterback with better poise but less hype. The comparisons have been non-stop. But inside the building, according to Judkins, there's no competition for clout. There's only competition for improvement. He made it clear that both QBs bring something valuable: Gabriel's timing and precision, Shedeur's arm talent and command. Together, they raise the bar for everyone else. You can't slack around them. They don't let nobody get comfortable. That's the part fans don't see. They hold us accountable just like we hold them accountable. If you're enjoying how we're breaking down these inside stories from Cleveland, drop a comment and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you the real stories no one else will show you. Let's pause for a second. Think about how rare this energy is for the Browns. Just a few seasons ago, this was a team that couldn't go 3 weeks without some off-field controversy. Now, the conversation isn't about drama, it's about discipline. It's about young leaders taking ownership before the veterans even step in. Judkins' perspective shows that Cleveland's culture shift isn't just a talking point, it's real. And that's where the story becomes powerful, because you've got Shedeur Sanders, son of Deion Prime Sanders, carrying enormous expectations. Everywhere he goes, cameras follow. Every mistake gets magnified. Yet inside that locker room, Judkins says he's just one of the guys. That line matters because it breaks the myth that Shedeur walks around like a celebrity. Judkins' description paints a different image: a quarterback who works, listens, and leads through respect instead of ego. "He's cool, bro," Judkins laughed. "You never know he's Deion's son the way he acts in here. He's chill, he's focused, he jokes with everybody, same as Dillon." That's not the quote of a man trying to protect the teammate's image. That's a genuine reflection of a group that's figured out how to tune out the noise. Judkins got more comfortable, opening up about how much the game has slowed down for him since his college days. He said he's starting to see defensive reads clearer, understanding how to manipulate linebackers with his body language. It's a glimpse of how mentally sharp this new Browns core is. They're not just athletes, they're thinkers. And when you have young players who think the game that deeply, it's only natural that they respect each other's grind. That's probably why Shedeur and Dillon connect so well. They know what it's like to be doubted, to be scrutinized, to have to prove yourself every snap. They don't need fake rivalry energy. They feed off mutual respect. Judkins summed up the atmosphere perfectly. We're just trying to stack wins. All that other talk, who's starting, who's not, that's for y'all. In here, it's all love. That's not just a soundbite. That's a statement of maturity from a rookie who's already becoming one of the voices of the locker room. It's also a warning to every analyst and YouTuber trying to stir controversy. The Browns aren't the same team anymore. They're younger, hungrier, and far more united than people realize. If they can keep that same energy, if that chemistry between Gabriel, Shedeur, and Judkins continues to grow, Cleveland might just be on the verge of something special. Because here's the truth, talent wins games, but chemistry wins seasons. And Quinshon Judkins just gave us a rare look at a team that finally understands that. So the next time you see headlines trying to pit Shedeur and Dillon against each other, remember Judkins' words. It's all love. And sometimes love is exactly what builds a dynasty. If you believe Cleveland is finally changing the culture and you want to keep seeing these inside stories, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more exclusive NFL breakdowns. because this new Browns era might just be the start of something historic.